Welcome to The Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. I cannot take credit for this title. This is coming directly from my sister. If you guys do not know, I do have a younger sister. We're like 10 years apart, and we have a weekly Skype call. That's like our thing that we've been doing for, I don't even know how many years now. It's been several years. And we talk all the time. Like, we pretty much talk every day, whether it's text message or WhatsApp or whatever. But we do a weekly call. We've committed to a weekly call on Skype. And we're on there for, I don't even know, hours, literally. And we just talk about everything. We talk about life, business, personal, whatever, professional, it doesn't even matter. But we had our call this week. And I would tell you, I sometimes feel like the little sister, because this girl, first of all, just all of everything that she has done and flourished, that has come to fruition in her life, and the way she's flourishing, I should say, is amazing to see as an older sister. I can't even explain it, because I'm not going to cry on this episode, but it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. And even though we have a 10-year gap between us, I feel like since she has gotten older, of course, when she gets older, I get older, but since she's gotten into more of an age range where we can share more conversation, it's just been really wonderful. Because, of course, when I was 17, she was only 7, But once she got to, I think maybe in her 20s. Yeah, I think once she got into her 20s and I was in my 30s, even though we are 10 years apart, the gap on conversation and the way that we relate to each other definitely went up, because she was always so much younger than me. There's only so much conversation you can have with a 7-year-old when you're 17. But then when she got to be like 20 and I was like 30, then now you have a little bit more in common, because she's a little older. She's been through some things now, that sort of stuff. So now that she's in her 30s and I'm in my 40s, it's just amazing. You know what I mean? I mean, there's so many things that she has going on, just like amazing stuff. And I mean, that's her story to tell, but it's just wonderful, So we had our conversation this week, and she said this quote that I was like, oh no, I got to write this down, because this has to be an episode, on my podcast. And she said, people are choking on their dreams with a scarcity mindset. I'm going to say it again. People are choking on their dreams with a scarcity mindset. And I will tell you, the conversations that we have, we really need to record them, is what we really need to do, because I think they would make great clips. But, we're just downtime in the house type of thing. I got my bonnet on. Like, usually when we're talking, we're like wrapped up in the house clothes, and probably going to bed right afterwards. So it's, it's not like we're looking glamorous or anything like that. It's just like you're home with your family, But that quote really struck me, because it's so true. We don't succeed in a lot of things, not because we're not capable, not because we're not talented, not because even in one case, not because we may not have the means, but a lot of times we stifle ourselves in our dreams because of fear. We think on such a small scale. We think we can't because we don't have what it takes. We're constantly in a state of lack. We're always in a state of lack. And it's so true. When your mind is constantly in a state of lack, when you're constantly in a negative place, it affects what you are here to do. It affects your assignments. I know a lot of people talk about manifestation, right? And there's actually a bit of a controversy with manifestation because a lot of folks, especially the saints, feel like manifestation leaves God out. I don't necessarily believe this, and I think I mentioned this on a previous podcast. I am manifesting things in my life not because I'm leaving God out. I'm manifesting what God has given to me. I'm manifesting the will and the path that God has set out for me. You know what I mean? And I hope people can understand that. I'm not saying that when I say manifestation, I'm not saying I manifest anything within my own self. God has given me talent. God has given me, I'll tell you, sometimes I didn't think I have the means to do certain things, and God has somehow provided. And I am walking in my purpose. I am walking in my assignments. And I know that you guys, I did a podcast on this. You can go back some episodes. I did a podcast on this, I think last year or maybe even the year before. And I said, I know my assignment. I know why I'm here. I know that I'm here to help small businesses. I know that I'm here to help other entrepreneurs navigate this really wild ride of entrepreneurship. I know why I'm here. I was always trying to avoid, I don't want to be like a quote unquote teacher of sorts. That's really not what I'm here to do, but I know why I'm here. And I didn't know for a long time. Well, let me not say that. I knew for a long time. I resisted for a long time. Let's say it accurately. So I decided last year, we're still in the pandemic. I decided last year to go back to school. I decided to look at some of the things in my business that were not up to par. I decided to look through some of the things in my business that I felt I could improve. Find the holes in your business and fill them with maybe more training, maybe going back and taking a class, all of that. And I did that. And it actually helped me, over a hump into more opportunity, because I didn't want to be in a place of lack when I knew that I could improve it. I was like, marketing is something that I do very well at, but I felt I had some missing pieces there, because you can only learn so much on your own. It's always good to have a village. It's always good to have a tribe behind you. So I said, you know what? Let me take some of these classes. And the group projects and all the things that I did by taking these classes and earning that marketing diploma was so much work. But it put me in a place to expand my business in a way that I didn't think of even 5 years ago, less than 5 years ago, right? So I had to expand my thought process. I had to come out of that place of deficit so I could be in the positive, And that quote that she said, that we're choking our dreams. What do you dream about? What are the things that you want to do with your life? What are the things that you want to accomplish? Even those things that you don't say out loud. Maybe you want to go back and take a dance class. Maybe you want to go back and take a piano class. Maybe you want to go back and just finish something that you had started years ago. Maybe people don't even know. Maybe you don't even verbalize it. Maybe you want to go back and finish that college degree, whatever it is. Some people are in their working lives and haven't even finished high school. Maybe you want to go back and do that. You can. There's no shame in going back and finishing something that you started. It's an accomplishment. Maybe you have a fear. I had friends for years who had a fear of driving. Maybe you have a fear of driving. Maybe it's time for you to learn. Maybe it's time for you to really commit and learn. There's such a freedom in that, to accomplish something, especially something that you've been afraid to address, as simple as it may be, as complex as it may be. Sometimes it's just to pick up the phone and talk to that parent that you haven't really had a great relationship with. It can be anything. These are all of the sorts of things that we as human beings go through. So instead of coming from a negative place, go to the positive place. That could be in your personal life. It could be in your business life, whatever it is. Because I promise you, once you get to that place of positive, it opens up so many other doors. So we don't know what dreams we're choking, that we're stifling, that we're burying because of our scarcity mindset. I tell you, that quote blew me away. Just the way it was said. And I was like, okay, girl, you are preaching right now. We were just on this call like, oh my goodness, it was really deep. If you could be a fly on the wall for our conversations, it would really be something. I said, wow, this is just great. So I wanted to share that with you guys because it was so profound for me, because it's not that we don't know these things. It's not that we don't see these things every day, but we really don't always give it much thought. We just kind of brush over it. Like, yeah, we know we're supposed to be positive, but what are you doing to actually get in that positive space? What action are you taking to really set things in motion? To put things out there into the atmosphere, like, okay, this is what I want to do. What is God trying to tell you that you keep avoiding, that you keep, throwing on the back burner all the time? That is definitely an issue for a lot of people. They know where God is leading them. They know where they need to go and what they need to do, but they keep avoiding it because, oh, that's going to be too hard, or, oh, my family's not going to understand, or, oh, my friends won't get it. Let me tell you something. When you start walking in your purpose, you will lose friends. Let's just put it out there. Okay? You will lose friends. You will lose family. You'll lose family too. I mean, family is always going to be your family, but people will drop off because they figure, what are you doing? Sometimes you will lose personal relationships. You will lose people because folks will not understand your assignment. But your assignment is not for them. Your assignment is for you. It's like putting on somebody else's reading glasses. Your prescription and their prescription are two different things. I can't put on somebody else's reading glasses and expect to have proper eyesight. Their prescription is different than mine. Their assignment in life is different than mine. Right? People will come along to complement your journey. I think that is definitely a thing. People will definitely come along to complement the journey, but your assignment is your own. Right? So let me tell you, I'm going to say the quote again. People are choking their dreams with a scarcity mindset. Courtesy of my sister Rhonda. She'll probably listen to this, but we got to get going. 2022 has dealt us some very serious blows this year. We are 2/3 of the way through January, and we have dealt with quite a bit already. And with the pandemic still amongst us, doesn't make it any easier. So instead of us just talking about what we're going to do. What are we going to do to actually set those things into motion? If it means that you're going to finally start that business, if it means that you're finally going to address maybe those things that you've been dealing with from childhood, maybe it's time to really get into therapy and start unpacking so that you can live a fruitful life. I don't want to go out with regrets of what I didn't do or what I could have done and I didn't get. I don't want that at all. So thank you, Rhonda, for being the big sis to the little sis. Sometimes we switch roles, and I really felt this week she was the big sis and I was a little sis instead of the other way around. But again, that's all I got for you guys today. Feel free to contact me. My email address, if you want to send me your thoughts on what you think about the podcast. I love to hear people's thoughts on it, things that you think I can do to improve the podcast. That is greatly appreciated. And also, if you have subject matters that you would like me to cover on the podcast, I will do that as well. I've covered quite a bit of subjects, and what I do is, if I've covered the subject matter already, I will actually send a link to that particular episode, when I get these emails coming in. But I do, on occasion, get a brand new subject that I haven't covered. So definitely, think of what it is that you want me to cover. And if I can feasibly, get good information on it, or if it's something business related, entrepreneurship, type stuff, feel free, because I'll definitely talk about that. My email is hello@onyxqueenmedia.com. And then I am at Onyx Queen Media on all socials. Instagram is my most active. So like, share, subscribe, whatever platform you're on, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, you guys. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.